back again with another video. And I don't know that I sound that chipper because I literally just filmed this, and for some reason, none of it recorded. I have no idea why. I mean, y'all, Junior was asking me for juice and fruit during the video. Like, nothing got in there. Let's start over again. So, this video is about my reference notebook and basically how I got it set up. And I've had reference notebooks in the past. They work very well for me. The main reason I have this reference notebook is because when I'm using a TN, I use thinner notebooks, but I actually, for some reason, fly through a Stalogy really quickly. So there's important things that I might have written in the front of my Stalogy that once I switch to a new notebook, I don't want to have to rewrite again. And I'm not going to walk around with both notebooks because I actually reference the information in there quite often. So we have a separate reference notebook. And this reference notebook is made out of Traveler's Notebook. It's a Traveler's Notebook company, Traveler's Company book. I kind of reinforced the pages with some cardstock. It's the thin notebook. I can't remember what the number is, what the number book is, but it's the thin paper notebook. So in the very back, where what I'm not going to show is where I have more sensitive information like passwords, account numbers, things that I don't need to show. And I keep that in the back because A, I don't need to show it, and B, it's not something that I'm referencing daily, but it's something that I have to reference on the go, and I have had to reference on the go. So I keep that like in the back. So when I say in the back, I mean like in this notebook, this is the back. This is where I was just writing out things, trying out layouts, getting ideas, and trying out different pens to see how they would look and colors and things like that. So it's like right back here in this area. Somewhere that wouldn't be shown on camera and that I wouldn't accidentally show someone. So this is just a reference for my dot stickers that I use. And here is where I reinforce this front page again. So I just decorated the front. I did a scripture reference in here from Proverbs 31, chapter 27 through 29. And it says, she looks well to the ways of her household and does not eat the bread of idleness. Her children rise up and call her blessed, her husband also, and he praises her. Many women have done excellently, but you surpass them all. Right, boo? Yeah. So I picked that scripture because this notebook isn't just, you know, things for me. It's things for the whole household. And, you know, it's a reference book really for the house, not just simply for me, but mainly for me because I really strongly doubt my husband's going to be like, hey, babe, let me see your reference notebook. Do you think you're going to want to see my reference notebook?
No.
He loves my notebooks. Don't listen to him. He was flipping through one last night like, oh, my goodness, look how beautiful your pictures are. I was like, oh, my gosh, babe, thanks. All right, y'all, he's looking at me. I'm sorry. I love you. I wish y'all could see his face. Okay, maybe I forced him to look at it and he wasn't excited, but still. So right here in the beginning, we have the index. So I pre-numbered all the pages through 34. Some of these are blank and I will show you why. But these are things that I already have in there. Wish list, personal faves, big pantry stock up, master grocery list, family favorite meals, ketotarian meals, smoothies, juices, declutter list, and cleaning zones. Some things that I'm going to add will be my Thanksgiving menu, Christmas gift list, home improvement list, and some other things. Just a lot of lists, basically. Now that I think about it, this reference notebook is full of lists. And then starting on page 34, that is when my brain dump starts, which we will also get to. So I've already started on my wish list. There's a couple of things up here that I can cross off because I already ordered my roller skates and my TN. And I wrote this wish list because sometimes when I'm just cruising the internet or looking at people's Instagrams, I'm like, oh, I want that. And then I'll think the next day, what was it that I said I wanted off Instagram? So I will write it down here on my wish list. Now that I'm looking at it, probably...
Rock and roll.
You are so childish. I probably should have made this 2 pages, but it's fine. Because sometimes I just send my wish list to my husband. Right, honey?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. and my personal faves. So my personal faves is where I will write down like my makeup. I don't wear makeup very often, like hardly ever, but I have decided that I like this makeup by Glossier. It's the Glossier Duo, and of course I don't know my numbers, so I would write those down. And I have certain serums and face wash that I like, and I like to write them down. And scents that I can't remember, so I like to write those down. So those will go here. So these are the blank pages that were in the front of the index. My morning routine, my evening routine, and they're not done. They just got some sticky notes because I'm still I just don't have one yet because I don't know day to day when I'm gonna be with my mom, when I'm gonna be home, until we can get her a caretaker. So when we get her a caretaker and the caretaker's on a schedule, we will then be able to, I'll then be able to create myself a morning and evening routine because I will know day to day where I am, how much time I got for this and that. Next, we have ideal week and ideal month. So in the past, I've written out like Monday through Saturday, Monday through Sunday, and I've written down on those specific days what I want to get done. Well, that doesn't work for me. Too much pressure. I kind of like a checklist. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to have my ideal week, and it's going to just be like a list of weekly tasks and a list of monthly tasks. And I use these long sticky notes so that I can write on them. So I can jot down some ideas. So some things that I would put on my weekly task would be dusting, cleaning out the refrigerator, reorganizing the pantry. Some monthly things would be making sure we put the recycling bin out, changing the air filter, cleaning out the big pantry. I don't know, y'all. I gotta sit and look. Definitely decluttering my shop/office space because if y'all could see like around this, you'd be appalled. It needs to be decluttered because I just be collecting stuff. All right, the next thing I have is my big pantry stock up, which is still a work in progress. Hi. All right, so. All right, so in this big pantry stock up, I'm still working on it. I'm trying to fill my pantry up. It already has a lot of stuff in there, but I mean, I don't feel like we're prepared for like the last time we were on lockdown and we couldn't leave. I kind of want to be prepared to not leave if I don't have to, in the event that they lock us down again or anything. And then I have a master grocery list that I'm working on. I'm going to cheat on this. I'm going to download a master grocery list, and I will create my list from there. I will probably do a separate video on creating my master grocery list in my reference book, and I will print out that master list, and I'm going to kind of check off what I want, and I'm just going to migrate it here to mine because I don't want everything. But I've seen like master grocery lists that you can print out, so I feel like that will help me instead of me sitting here trying to think of all these things off the top of my head, because I guarantee you I'm going to fail. Next is family favorite meals. So you're probably thinking, why do you need a list of family favorite meals when you've been feeding your family for 18 years? Because, y'all, it's pressure. It is pressure to feed these people and to not give them spaghetti every week. Tacos every week is acceptable. Spaghetti every week is not. So I really need to, as I'm trying new recipes, write them down. So I'm like, hey, the family like this. We can add this into our regular rotation. And then sometimes when I'm meal planning, I'm sitting here like with the crickets noise, like the noise of the crickets. And I'm just like, I don't even know what y'all want this week. Like, what's in the deep freezer? What size do we have? I don't know. So if I have a list that I can go back to, I can make better decisions. And they won't be sitting around looking like, well, when's she gonna cook? Oh no, did she pull out a red berry pizza? I did. All right, that's the same reason I have for my list of ketotarian meals, smoothies, and juices, because I eat a low carb diet and they eat a regular diet. And my smoothies and juices, it's only a handful of smoothies and juices that I like. I don't need a huge variety. So this is going to be more so, I'm probably going to break this into sections. And like, for this particular juice, how many carrots do I need? How many beets do I need? Kind of like that. So when I'm at the grocery store, if I know I'm juicing that week, I have enough ingredients. Because I didn't have enough ingredients last time and I ran out. All right, next is my declutter list and my zone cleaning. I did write this out in another notebook and I need to just transfer it in here. But I know I have a fifth zone in my house. I just need to think about it. I need to think about it. And my kids' rooms are not cleaning zones because I do not clean my children's room. They are old enough to clean it themselves, even if I got to stand over them while they do it, which ain't my favorite thing and I don't do often. So this is kind of still a work in progress. And when I get it completed, I'm gonna do another video. That way you can see which zone is which and how I detailed what needs to be cleaned in each zone. I don't know, y'all. My cleaning zone 5 might be the kids' rooms. I mean, to be very, very honest. So, before I even say that it won't be. And that is the end of everything that's in my index. So, like I said, I have other things that I need to add, like some holiday list, gift list, home improvements, things like that. So, when we jump to page 34, here is where we begin my brain dump. And my brain dump is empty because I just set this book up. But I'm going to be setting up my November book this week. Right now it's Thursday. So I'm going to be setting up my November book this week, and I'm going to brain dump in here. And that's one of my favorite things to do. Just write out stuff. My brain dump is like, I be brain dumping y'all in complete sentences and paragraphs. It's almost like a brain dump journaling thing. It's weird. But I kind of like write out some things that I want to do, or ideas that I have, things that need to be accomplished. And I ask myself questions like, when are you going to do this? And when are you going to do that? And I literally leave space and I go back and I write the answer to those questions in red to make it stand out. Yeah, I know. It's a whole thing. Maybe I'll do a video on that if the things in my brain dump aren't too personal or, like that. But yeah, that is my reference notebook. It is never going to be done. It is a work in progress, which is the point of it. Well, for me, that's the point of it. So I guess my reference notebook is kind of like a reference notebook / inbox / brain dump. It's a bunch of different things. But that's what I have right now. So if you like what you see, give me a thumbs up in the comments. If you can think of any other list that you are using or you think might be useful to me, leave it down in the comments, and I'll reply because I love reading y'all's comments. And I appreciate them very much. And until our next video, happy planning. I'll holla. Bye.